Have you ever pondered the existence of lost civilizations hidden beneath the ice? Somewhere far up north, beyond the frigid grips of the known world, ancient Greek texts tell tales of a mythical land called Hyperborea. This legendary land, Hyperborea, has long captivated the minds of historians, archaeologists and dreamers alike. It's a place that supposedly existed beyond the north wind, a paradise shrouded in enigma and nestled amidst the eternal ice. The Greeks spoke of it as an idyllic haven, where the sun shone 24 hours a day, creating a continuous day. A place where the trees bore golden fruit, and the inhabitants, the Hyperboreans, lived extraordinarily long lives full of mirth and music. The Hyperboreans themselves were believed to be a race of giants, blessed with supreme wisdom and unmatched longevity. They were said to live free from disease, toil, and the ravages of old age. Their land was a sanctuary untouched by war or sorrow, and it was said that the Muses danced in their flower-filled meadows. Conversely, the ancient Greeks also described Hyperborea as a land inaccessible by land or sea. They believed that birds carried Hyperborea's divine offerings to Apollo at Delos, further adding to the land's mythical allure. Yet, despite the fantastical elements, could there be a grain of truth to these tales? As the world warms and the Arctic ice retreats, are we on the brink of unearthing this fabled paradise? Could the thawing permafrost be gradually unveiling remnants of this ancient civilization? If so, what might we find beneath the ice? Could we uncover long-forgotten wisdom or technology beyond our understanding? Or perhaps discover an entirely new chapter of human history, rewritten by the melting ice? The mysteries of Hyperborea are as deep as the ice that purportedly conceals it. As we hover on the cusp of potentially groundbreaking discoveries, we can't help but wonder, could it be possible that this mythical land of Hyperborea is slowly being revealed by our melting Arctic ice? What if climate change, a troubling reality of our time, is actually unveiling secrets from our ancient past? Quite an intriguing thought, isn't it? As we grapple with the effects of climate change, one of the most profound impacts is the melting of the Arctic ice. This icy realm, once considered the last frontier of human exploration, is slowly revealing its secrets, and with them a tantalizing link to the mythical land of Hyperborea. The Arctic ice, a silent sentinel of time, has for centuries preserved a pristine record of our planet's history. But as temperatures rise, this frozen time capsule is melting away, opening up new possibilities for archaeological exploration. Expeditions are venturing into the Arctic, braving the harsh conditions in search of clues that might shed light on our ancient past. Imagine archaeologists like detectives of history meticulously uncovering traces of ancient civilizations from the thawing permafrost. Each artifact, each relic, is a tangible connection to our ancestors, a fragment of a puzzle that spans millennia. And among these fragments, some suggest a connection to the enigmatic Hyperborea. Hyperborea, a land steeped in legend and myth, was said to lie beyond the reach of the north wind. It was a paradise where the sun never set and its inhabitants lived in perfect harmony with nature. But was Hyperborea merely a figment of ancient imagination? Or could there be a kernel of truth in these tales? As more of the Arctic ice melts away, we're finding artifacts and structures that challenge our understanding of history. Could these discoveries indicate that Hyperborea was a real place? Could the inhabitants of this mythical land have left traces of their existence, now emerging from the melting ice? Each new discovery in the Arctic is a piece of the puzzle, a clue that brings us one step closer to solving the enigma of Hyperborea. As we continue to explore and understand the implications of climate change, we're also unearthing new chapters of human history. Could the melting Arctic ice uncover the truth of Hyperborea? As we delve deeper into this icy wilderness, only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the Arctic is holding its secrets close, and we're just beginning to listen. What do ancient texts and legends tell us about Hyperborea? This mythical land, shrouded in history and mystery, has been a topic of fascination in ancient Greek texts. These texts paint a vivid picture of Hyperborea as a utopia far to the north, a land forever basked in sunlight, untouched by the harshness of winter. The people of Hyperborea, the Hyperboreans, are described as a race of giants blessed with longevity and exceptional wisdom. Their society was said to be filled with music, poetry and festivity, a far cry from the hardships of the ancient world. The legend of Hyperborea has fueled centuries of interest and speculation. The Greek historian Herodotus, often called the father of history, wrote about Hyperborea, adding to its intrigue. He spoke of a land beyond the home of Boreas, the north wind. This land, he claimed, was a paradise where the sun shone 24 hours a day. These ancient stories have inspired countless expeditions in search of this mysterious land. From explorers braving the harsh Arctic conditions to researchers poring over ancient texts, the quest for Hyperborea has been relentless. Each piece of the puzzle brings us closer to understanding the reality behind the legend. Every discovery, every artifact, every ancient text adds another layer to the story of Hyperborea. Could these ancient stories hold truths waiting to be discovered? What can Hyperborea tell us about the prehistoric climate? An intriguing question that throws a spotlight on our journey into the deep past. Hyperborea, a land once believed to be the playground of myths and legends, now emerges as a potential treasure trove of climatic history. The Arctic ice, in its millennia-long hibernation, has been a silent witness to Earth's changing temperatures. As the veil of ice lifts from Hyperborea, we could unearth invaluable data about our planet's climatic past. Ice cores, for instance, can provide an extraordinary timeline of past climates, tracing back hundreds of thousands of years. They contain trapped air bubbles, pollen, and other materials that can tell us about temperature fluctuations, atmospheric composition, and even the presence of volcanic activity. Moreover, archaeological findings in Hyperborea could offer insights into how prehistoric societies adapted to climate change. Unearthing ancient settlements, tools and artifacts can provide clues about how these communities survived in such harsh climates and how they responded to climatic shifts. In essence, the potential findings in Hyperborea are not just about unraveling the mysteries of a lost civilization. They contribute to a broader understanding of our planet's climate history and its impacts. They can shape our perspectives on current climate change issues and guide our actions for preserving Earth's future. So, as we dig deeper into the Arctic, we must ponder what secrets about our planet's past might be locked away in the ice. But what does the revelation of Hyperborea mean for our present and future? As the icy veil lifts, we find ourselves in the midst of a profound ethical quandary. The possibility of new land claims and the lure of untapped resources in the Arctic can stir a global gold rush, with nations vying for a piece of Hyperborea's bounty. But what of the indigenous populations? Their ancestral lands and way of life could be endangered by this scramble for wealth. Moreover, the environment itself hangs in the balance. The pristine Arctic wilderness, already under siege by climate change, could face further devastation due to resource exploitation. As we ponder the mysteries of Hyperborea, we must also confront these challenging ethical questions. The past may be emerging from the ice, but the future of the Arctic and its people remains uncertain. As we stand on the brink of uncovering a lost civilization, we must ask ourselves, at what cost?